Alright, so in this one, we are going to be reacting to Goresh's ranking the top 10 best characters in the game, February 2026 edition. I'm so curious what the my opinion arrived state has become within this one. The father of DBL, of course, the owner of DBL, basically, for YouTube here. So I need to hear his opinion and hear what he has to say, because if it's not this opinion for me moving forward, I might be wrong. Sorry, I am wrong. So hopefully he can teach me a thing or two about the correct opinion as we move into it here. Also, that's no slight at him. It's just that everyone cock rides only Gresh's opinion, and it's the funniest shit to ever see. That's the slight I'm going for there.
Jumping into a top 10 best
nice manga
characters
sleeve
in
there.
the Dragon
Sleeve?
Ball Legends video. This is going to be the February 2026 edition. It actually has been quite a bit since I've done a top 10 video. I think I've done the past few, or at least 2 out of the past 3, I think, have been tier lists. And every single time I've been like ready to sit down and do one of these videos, they've dropped something that's like changed the game. So
fortunately, this week, they dropped something that did nothing to the game within Super Buu. He coexists in the game. Better than Evo Ken, I still think. And Evo Ken, as dog shit as they are. So, there's no reason to delay now. We have a nothing week within a unique equip and a Zenkai. Previously, by the way, we had Gotenks and Piccolo. Different weeks, but still happening. Gotenks is at least top 10 surely here. And Piccolo was in the top tiers.
Just haven't really had a great time to sit down and do one of these in a while, so it's been a while since I've done one of these. So for this video, I actually think it would have been better to do a tier list as opposed to a top 10, because I think it is very tough to compare some of the upper echelon of characters that exist right now. But I will do a top 10 because it just has been a long time since I've done one. And what I'm also going to do for this one is I will include honorable mentions.
To be frank, top 10 probably just get better views than tier lists.
I think I'll start.
I don't do tier lists.
And then
I don't think they matter.
The list here, but
top 10s,
as per usual, every character is considered 14 stars, best teams, best equips, max arts boosts, everything, best possible situation for the character. All ranks are based on my personal experience using and fighting against the characters.
Sure.
All the rankings are based on standard PvP and not proud PvP.
Nobody plays proud, so I'm glad.
And just because a character is ranked higher, maybe in this list, than a different character, so rank 5 versus rank 7, for example, doesn't necessarily mean that the character at rank 5 is always going to be better than the character at rank 7.
True.
Meta dependent. So
I agree.
With that said, let's go ahead and jump into the list. We'll start with honorable mentions, and then I'll go through 6. I have a team of 6 honorable mention characters, and then we'll jump into the list itself. Okay, so here are my 6 honorable.
Okay, here we go. Is that left Gotenks? Is he actually good? I have not used this unit a single time. Okay, what is this honorable mention? LF Gotenks, I can't comment. Haven't touched them. Sure, why not? You know, fuck it. He's there. Doesn't he have like pop main endurance and all? So I guess he could snap out, you know, SV or Kid Buu or some shit like that. I think that's his main. Super Saiyan 3 Zenkai Gotenks, I definitely have experience with. I'll be harping on that, especially once he starts talking to him. OP, sure, I guess. Hiku, bottom top 10, honorable mention, sure. Super Saiyan 3 and UV4. I'd rather have, like, let's say the ROFs aren't here. I don't think they'll be here because they weren't even my top 10. Let's say the ROFs aren't here. I'd rather have, like, the ROFs over those 2 GT units. I'm sorry, they're just too frail. Super Saiyan 3 is going to be, even with neutral, he's a Kid Buu victim to, like, 2 cards. And I'm not even talking, like, the lock-in blue. I'm talking legitimate neutral strike cards. UV4 gets victimized by Kid Buu as well, who is also in a very good spot. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan's also being able to run with Kid Buu a lot, which is leader slot on regen. So at the bottom, honorable mentions, whatever. They're not really on them. Again, the higher the list goes, the more I think it matters, more the placement of it. But Gotenks, Super Saiyan 3, the non-LF, I think definitely deserves more talking. So let me just hear about him, and then we'll move on from this
here. I think
6th spot.
Any of these characters have an argument to be put in the lower part of the list. Usually when it comes to doing top 10s, I
think most of these are correct.
8 through 10, maybe sometimes even 7 through 10.
Yeah.
Those slots could be occupied by up to 10 different kinds of characters. So if you wanted to slot,
I was gonna say that those spots are swappable, very much weekly dependent. You know, here's this thing that released, and then here's 8 through 10 that's swapping this guy and that guy, and it's like, okay, 10 units is crazy. I can't even name 10 units that are in the same boat as, well, that are worse than him, but like equal pairing essentially, than Zenkai Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. I can't name 10 units around his area. Hey, hell no! Hell no! I wish I could. I don't want to rate that guy high. He's a hybrid. I don't like these hybrids, but that guy's high.
Guys into
me,
the top 8 through 10 spots in the list. I probably wouldn't
hear about the
argue too much
though.
about it. But we'll just quickly go through these characters that I have picked out here. We have LF Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, who's obviously only here because he's on the S tier boost. This guy's pretty good. I think his ability to seal blue cards makes him a pretty valuable asset.
Yeah, I don't even know that. He spawns greens.
Has a good matchup versus Kid Buu.
Yeah.
He has type control defensively, so I think it's for the first 100 counts. So Gohan is not going to absolutely obliterate this character in one card. Obviously, he doesn't have a favorable matchup versus Gohan.
Gohan was fucking greens while he was disadvantaged. I'm sure he could fuck up Gotenks here, who has S tier boost guard. A little bit of stretch
not
there.
Really any character in the game does.
I guess he went one card him,
but he can at least not get touched by him. Supporting is pretty good. He's got the damage guard penetration support. He's got the damage support. He's got the second life. So
he does like give Cuphead or something.
Super Vegeta can use the buffer removal to allow this character to survive big attacks.
Some shit like.
Overall, I think this character is actually pretty good.
I got no opinion on him.
For the rest of the team as well.
Zenkai
Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. This character is able to hit very, very hard with his blue. If you get a feint against a character like Buhan, you can pretty much just instantly win the game off of that. So he's a very, very valuable character in that regard.
Listen, all I'm saying is the bottom that is not the top 4 is so inconsequential, it doesn't really matter. But if your opinion on a character is, if this mechanic happens, which it feels like it fucking happens damn near half the time, if not a third of the time, and then you auto win the game, that's probably a little bit strong character than everyone else here that's not doing that same thing. Am I wrong to say that? I feel like I'm pretty correct on that.
Outside of him being able to just spawn and launch tons of blue cards, he's got a very bad cover null condition where he needs to actually land a card first.
I agree. You really never experience it though, because you are just blue spamming.
I find his defense to be average. I mean, to be fair, not really a ton of characters have like great defense in this game.
I'd actually argue it's good defense. The stats are crazy. All I know is this. It's very simple to me. I use Kid Buu 24/7 because I think Kid Buu's the best. And I'm sure he's going to be the best on this list, of course. Within that, I'm the one running the yellow that's supposed to be oppressed by the reds. And Gotenks is by far, and I'm talking even like, Buhan, who has pretty good guard, especially in that later game settings, so he builds up his guard. Gotenks by far tanks my Kid Buu the best of any. It's not close. It's not even a thought. I will never one combo a Gotenks like I can a Kid Buu. Like I can a Buhan with Kid Buu. Like I can a Kid Buu to a UV4. Like I can a Kid Buu to whatever other fucking red there is in the game. Gotenks is the one. So he has an okay disrupt, shitty cover null, but again, you'll really never experience it because you are just blue card spamming with him, which is kind of the ideal. And if you are fighting just regen, or even regen with Gohan, and Kid Buu's in the fight, I would say very easily that this guy is Kid Buu's biggest op. And again, you might not own Kid Buu, not fight Kid Buu that often, because it's Kid Buu who was a pre-anti-bait. I get it. Like, I'm understanding of why you wouldn't fight him. But as someone that runs him, I fear for my life when Gotenks is in a match, because I can't be playing stupider than normal. I can't be fishing. I can't be doing this, that, and the other. Because this guy can legitimately, if I don't have my gauge with Kid Buu, 100-0 me. And I lose my Kid Buu, I'm sure I got Buhan and Gohan left, but like, I lose my Kid Buu to one sidestep, Buhan could get O-code by this character right here as well. It's not impossible. It's pretty easy, actually. Especially if you pop the green card, blue card, get the blue card damage up, pop the main ability, whatever. It's very easy for this guy to just take over, and it takes 1 to 2 cards. Like, that does not exist for the entire list, except for Super Saiyan 3 Zenkai Gotenks. Nobody else doing anything close. Even the support from this Gotenks, the Piccolo Revival, UV4's Infinite Combo, all that means nothing to Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks 2 carding, and then sometimes, most of the times, I would say, honestly, from my experience fighting and using, winning the game for you. I think there's so much downplay on this guy that doesn't need to exist. He's bare minimum top 10, bare minimum top 7 in my eyes, and he just really is him. Like, putting him here gives me, like, he's Super Buu vibe. And Super Buu is much worse than Gotenks. They're not even in the same hemisphere. I think there just needs to be more respect on this Zenkai, man. There really does. Everyone is putting him so low. I'm just like,
but overall, solid character. I actually like this 1% Zenkai.
Because I fight him a lot. He's a problem.
1% Zenkai character who's in the discussion for being on a top 10 list. Pretty good to see. Orange Piccolo obviously got
yeah, but that's all I need to hear about honorable mention here. Let me move on into the top 10 because the others I really don't give two shits about the others. Sure, you want to argue them the bottom few, maybe not. I don't care. LF Gotenks, I have no opinion. Piccolo, I just use them. I mean, it went as good as it can go for a fucking green unit, but we'll go on to number 10 here and move on.
All right, at number 10, we have
Mini Vegeta. Ooh, interesting. Again, the biggest issue within these bottom 10 units is just team thing. You know, funny enough, I could very easily argue Gotenks on like a blue, red, purple team, and that's a pretty good fucking team of Gohan, Vegito, and Gotenks, and that's a pretty good team, right? It's not perfect. There's no real big disrupt, but it's still pretty good. Or you can want to do Buhan, SV, Gotenks. There's a very big disrupt within Buhan, so you can't do that. The issue that falls, so that's me glazing Gotenks, by the way, yet again, because he has a team. This guy doesn't. How is this guy above him? Gotenks is doing more impactful things on his blue card, I would say. This guy's a ramp up. Gotenks just raw. Nonetheless, Mini Vegeta, he's homeless. He's a bum. He has nowhere to go. I get it. He's like not the worst thing ever, and that he's yellow, so it gives him more value versus Vegito and whatever the fuck. And, you know, Overdrive got buffs or the endurance. I get what he's going to say. I already know it. But, like, this is not better than Gotenks. I'm sorry. Like, it's not even close.
Vegeta.
It's not even in the same realm.
This video is going to go up before the showcase of this character. I literally just recorded this guy's video.
Oh, God.
He's pretty good, man.
Oh.
I actually think you could have this guy even higher up if you wanted to. But, yeah, this guy on just like
I think he's like 9 or 10 for me.
Saiyan Blast team. I ran him with 13 and fusing Super Gogeta.
Isn't that team he ran like a month ago for the Glaze team? That's the team we saw at the World Championship. 13 SG Mini Vegeta. That's an interesting team.
He's good. He actually is, right? So the biggest problem with this character when he first released was this character is not completely based around Rush, but a lot of what he wants to do is tied to Rush. And so dropping him
that is with the Overdrive buff
and controlled by
I really haven't seen that make much impact.
Literally just does not let you rush at all. It was an interesting choice, but now that we've seen a bit of a drop off in the usage of Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I definitely feel like this character has gained a tremendous amount of value. Of course, on top of Legend Vegito being...
How does... Wait, how does... Oh, because the Rush. Oh, I thought... Okay, you could just pop the Overdrive for the Endurance null as well. You don't need to necessarily rush with this unit. Like,
and when you take a look at a lot of the best characters in the game, excluding one of them, this guy's Rush is able to just straight up kill him, right? Permanent endurance nullification on the Rush, permanent endurance nullification on the Overdrive for the first 2 times you use them.
Yes, his Rush can kill them.
Very good. Actually,
not wrong.
It might be 3 times, I don't remember, but... Yeah, really strong character offensively. Obviously, the biggest weakness for this character has always been this way since he came out, but very susceptible to lock-ins. He doesn't have a second life mechanic. His gauge defensively is not the greatest, so he really is almost like a glass cannon character. Doesn't mean he can't tank at all.
He can't tank.
You have to be very,
I got like an 11-star, bro. He can't tank for shit.
I think this guy has gained a lot of value since Vegito's come out and how the meta has shifted around this character.
Is crazy.
I feel comfortable with him being a 10. Let's move on to 9.
Yeah. I'm so shocked this unit's here. I guess he wasn't in honorable mention. This makes sense. He's here, but I disagree. That's interesting. A lot of value for Mini Vegeta. Just because Vegeta... Buhan's also in the game. Kid Buu lock-in kill. Again, I'm going to keep mentioning Kid Buu if Kid Buu just applies to the situation. Kid Buu, strike, blue. No gauge pop either. It's 3 cards. Strike, blue. Locked in on the 3rd card. Dead. Again, the team we just mentioned is SG, 13, and Mini Vegeta. I mean, do I have to mention how shit the team is? 13 gets 2 carded by Kid Buu strikes. Buhan does his blue card on him within the counter. And then it does like 80% of his health within frames of the match. SG, strike, blue card, Kid Buu, lock in, death. I've just done it a billion times within triple Zenka buff SGs. I've done that same setting of Kid Buu, strike, blue, kill, and a pre-SG, you know, fusing state prior to, and it's like it's all there. It's all easy as fuck. So I mean, now with you're trying to tell me to run SG with now Vegito in the game, I'm not too keen on that one, pal. I'm not too sure. I mean, I get it. He does make the bottom tiers, but that team is not a team. If I'm gonna run Mini Vegeta anywhere, it's like with UI protecting me within the auto dodging bullshit. Mini Vegeta and I got a bullshit Gohan lead at that point because there's just nothing else I can do, or Gohan just on the fucking team or something. I don't even know what you do, honestly. I ain't running a 13 SG with that guy. That's a setup for failure. It's like one in every few games you'll win, and then the rest you'll get plowed unless you're just not fighting the best teams, which you probably are if you're playing a lot.
Is going to be ultra full power super.
Like I said, I disagree with this unit being
definitely a very big drop.
He's homeless. His team sucks.
I would have had this character back when he first came out, which is either at 1 or 2 next to Gohan, right? I mean, that's really how good he was.
Yes, sir.
There's two reasons why I think we've seen a pretty big drop off in the usage rate of this character, because I don't know about you guys, but I've ran into this guy single digit amount of times since Vegeto's dropped.
I don't think
obviously the biggest one is Vegito has just almost decimated all of these greens from even being thought of being
Makes me wonder where is SG
when you're
on this
building
list?
a team. You don't really even consider a lot of these green characters now because of Vegito doing not 1.5 times damage to greens, but now 1.75 times damage to greens. So it's just a lot of damage coming out of Vegito, and it's tough to really maneuver your way around this. And the reason why that really hurts, in particular, this character, is because in order for this character's biggest defensive asset to be triggered, which is his seal, he needs to be hit 3 times.
Oh, that. Oh, I thought
by
you
the
were talking
time
about the
Vegito hits this guy 3 times, he's dead. Right? So you can't even really utilize his seal until he's already taken so much damage that it's not even worth staying in for the seal to activate in the first place.
I ain't going to defend Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I will just say, though, if you see a Vegito about to fucking hit you, you can't just go into him. He has defense neutral 5 counts. I'm not going to say it's fucking saving you forever, but you won't die in 3 cards from that. 3 cards happen against you. Assumably there's no blue card in that because, you know, I can't fucking help you there. Let's say it's just spamming strikes or blasts and 3-card seal. I mean, it's not impossible for this guy to get off. It just, again, I don't even blame him. I blame his team. Like, Goku can probably work in some vein or realm that's not the worst thing ever that you just assume it is, right? Surely there's something there. But again, he has no fucking roster to help him do that. So that's the biggest problem to me, at least.
Problem with this character's matchup versus Vegito. And again, you could make the argument that Vegito is not in every single match, which is true, but I'd say 98% of the matches I've fought since Vegito's come out have had Vegito in them, right? So he is pretty everywhere right now. The second reason is because I think a lot of his GT characters and a lot of what this character wants to do is based around you running him next to their GT character. And this is actually a point that I brought up when he first came out. I actually did recommend people summon on this character, and I think that's not a mistake. No one could have predicted Vegito to come out and do what he did to this unit.
I agree with that take, but I also will say there's been a lot of celebrations, more than you really anticipate, actually, where the Celebration Ultra, whether it be Festival or Anniversary, gets fucked the next few months later on. Very close months later on. Infamous one, within also being Super Saiyan 4, is UG4. Here's Triku, and then here's UMV. Obviously, Triku was kind of like starting doing something. He's not really finiting killing UG4. But then here's UMV, and like, this happened during 6th tier. This just fucking happened. So I wasn't shocked that Super Saiyan 4 Goku got this treatment. I'm not shocked now that he's experiencing this. But it is more times than not, you will feel that happen, and it is an Ultra as well. Summoning for this guy when Gohan already existed as like one of the best still in the game. Was there a need? No. I don't think it was the best option to summon for this guy. Obviously, this is clearly somewhat hindsight, but not fully, because again, this happened already to a Super Saiyan 4 character. Like, sure, Vegito himself happening now is very random, but I'm not shocked he got this treatment is all.
I remember saying when this guy first dropped, usually when you have a lot of a character's abilities that are locked behind a strict tag condition, the character doesn't usually end up aging that well.
Especially if their allies are old.
That does seem to be the case, and I think
his allies are old.
His fall off not only is subjective to Vegito being in the game, but also just because like he's now reliant on there being other good GT characters. Because this character, let's just be realistic about this. This character's performance off of GT is not really anything higher than mediocre. It's kind of just whatever. But with a GT character, he's got endurance, he's got buffer removal, he's got the extra damage. Like he's a different, almost a different character.
He's just saying GT allies suck, but he's not actually putting it out.
So we are at this point now, kind of just waiting for another GT unit to drop. I think we could.
Baby should have been much better, man. That's the yellow.
Like we
just shit.
Need like a fusing Super 17. We could get like a transforming baby. We need like an actual
LF Maju
Omega Shenron, right? So there's a lot of GT characters that can drop here. So we're just waiting for one of those characters to come out and revitalize this guy. But It's not to say that he's still not very, very good if you run him next to like the purple GT Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Still does a lot of damage.
He does do damage.
And of course, the Rising Rush disruptability is very, very valuable still. So I think he is still good enough to be on here, at least in the kind of like lower part of the list. But
I wouldn't have him here. Here's all mention from me.
Handle this guy moving forward. It would be kind of sad
this bomb tier
if,
I don't give two shits about too much. It's just
Ultra of Legends Fest just kind of fell off like this. Because
let's move on to number 8.
All right, number 8 is going to be everyone's favorite Android 13.
This segment is less than 40 seconds of explanation. I'd love to hear what this is about.
We can kind of blitz through this one, right? I mean, Vegeta comes out, really puts a stop to a lot of these green characters. Right. 13 is more free to run around. He's supporting, he's disrupting, he's Second Life Revive.
He's disrupting.
Android 13 is really good, man. I mean, it's
13's disrupt. I can swap out, I could draw multiple cards with multiple characters. I could draw multiple Vegeta, I could draw Kid Buu, a Strike or Blast, and then green card he guarantees. I could draw cards of Buuhan, I could draw cards of Gohan, I could draw cards most of the top tiers in the game, frankly. Even with some non-top tiers, unironically enough. He takes more damage from Vegeta than I think some green units take from Vegeta.
Probably going to continue this way for a while. This is a generational character. People look back at 17 when this guy first released and said maybe this guy could be the second coming of 17. It really does seem like he might have even eclipsed 17. We'll see how long he continues to be relevant for. But
where is he relevant? With Mini Vegeta and SG? That's where he's relevant. My GOAT. Yo! My GOAT 13 with Mini and SG. Yo! That's the fucking World Championship team. I mean, what can I say? Really? That's just the team. Yes! His first life 2-carded, second life 2-carded. That's the motherfucking GOAT, bruh. Shit! How could I forget? God damn. Let me think of a real team for him. Let's see. Kid Buu, Buuhan, and 13. Yes! Would I rather Gohan there? Of course, but like 13's basically Gohan. Come on now. It's the same thing. Come on. I'd rather have Namek Goku on a team because he has a team-wide essential revival than a 13 on a team. Despite Goku being, I was going to say Gohan. Despite Goku being type disadvantaged to one of the best units in the game. I'd rather have Namek Goku on my team. This tin fuck here does nothing worth anything. Enough for you to value it. I'm sorry. If a unit gets 2-carded, frame 0 by most of the top tiers in the game, if not all, frankly, because I don't know how Vegeta could probably 2-card this guy. Buuhan, let's say you do a strike into a blue. I'm sure you can probably 2-card him, if not very, very close to it, because one of those cards is neutral. Mind you, he's a red. As well as Gohan not 2-carding him, maybe 3 cards, but you can just refresh your hand anyways if you get your hand destroyed by this fucking tin can here. And then Kid Buu just strike blue. I mean, what the fuck? Oh, man. If your unit can't live past 2 cards and their whole thing is disrupting and utilitying, then I don't think they're doing that too well because they're fucking dead in the ditch in the ground. I'm not sure they're doing that utility too well. That's just my experience, though. But hey, same thing for Namek Goku, the KO guard. You can kind of play more around it with him not letting him have to take all the cards, but 13 gets caught up. Well, what are you going to do? Who are you going to swap to? What are you going to do? You just got to let him revive because God forbid anyone else take cards. This tanking demon here, he doesn't tank jack shit.
What else do you want? 13, number 8. Let's move on. All right, number 7 is Ultra
UI. I definitely have UI higher. I think the line between 5 to 7, I think 5 is like 5 is the best answers to the top 4. That's where I see it. So whatever the fuck 5 is here, I'm very curious. But my 5 would be UI because he hurts Buuhan within the blue card stoppage. You do Buuhan gauge pop, blast card. You do UI auto dodge, boom. Buuhan can't do his blue card and you're wasting his gauges. Great. Kid Buu does his green card, makes strike cards, boom. You can't hit UI because they're strike cards now. Great. And that's what Kid Buu wants to do. Gohan, mostly dash forward attacks, hurts against that, as well as here's Vegeta, as well, doing pop main, endurance null, spam some blast cards out, get some, snipage of the first life within his lock-in thing. Vegeta only has 5 count defense neutral on entry, so you can really play around that within auto-dodging and stalling until you get your combo started. Once you get that combo started against Vegeta, boom, you PV him, you sidestep him, you 50-50 him, and then you start blasting, and then they have to swap and pop the first life, or you pop main and then start blasting your spams of your blast cards. So UI is the best answer easily to all these top 4s that isn't in the top 4. I don't know who the fuck could be above him. I haven't seen SG yet. I'm terrified. I haven't seen Namek Goku yet. I'm even more terrified. This is why I put Namek at highest. So I don't know what's going to go on. Mind you, Gotenks was still not even placed for me yet. So this is a different list than mine.
This guy definitely has seen a bit of a resurgence since Vegeta has come out. I mean, not really anything crazy to say here. I think he's got a good matchup versus Vegeta, obviously, and he's actually got a pretty good matchup, which is weird, against Buhan. Not in terms of this guy being, this guy can snipe Buhan.
No.
Because
at least he knows about the Buhan, thank God.
Neutralize Buhan's counters with his own counter, right? He has his own auto. It's not really an auto counter. It's more of just like an
auto dodge
counter stop, an auto combo stopping ability. But yeah, this guy's ability to neutralize Buhan's counters, which are a lot of the value of that character, is very valuable.
I wonder.
And his ability to solve the fight, I wouldn't really say when you look at how this character is able to perform against like
I hate it.
We'll call him
he does also stop Kid Buu because he makes the greens and does the strike.
But there's very clearly 4 characters that stand above the rest of the game. And this guy doesn't really have like a really terrible matchup versus any of them. Doesn't really have a situation where he could snipe and just assassinate any of them, really. Like, even Vegeta has the endurance and buff removal, so
doesn't matter. UI pops main, he has endurance on main. It's not on an ultimate, it's on main. So if you were to catch him, and I've done this more times than I've actually let's give my mustache. Hello. I've done this more times than I could even imagine I could. Where I go to UI, I have my main already active just because it's ready. I don't know what I'm doing, but it's ready. So it's okay, cool. And I just start spam dodging, auto dodging, whatever the hell. And I catch a Vegito, and here I am. His neutral's already gone, by the way. So they're in a peril. They're like, oh my God, I gotta go. I pop main ability, I spam some blast cards. Even in that 2-count span within the lock-in, you can spam 2 blast cards within that. I pop the main, endurance null, pa. That Vegito's dead. He's 100-0'd within the UI. It's definitely a glazed UI because you should be glazing him. He's literally the best answer to those options. So what the fuck would you do not glazing him? It's stupid. But I've spam killed Vegetos like that. I spam killed, definitely less, but I spam killed Kid Buu's like that as well. In the same exact way. So I would say it's pretty consistent where he is killing Vegito to a pretty high degree compared to anyone else on this list, without any doubt. Yeah, obviously, again, excluding the top 4, which, I mean, it's just Kid Buu then.
It's kind of tough for this guy to really snipe Vegeta out, but I just think he's a really good character right now. You can kind of just throw him on any team.
I've used him enough. I've used him way too much.
Perform decently well. So, on top of the fact that I think red is not really a great element right now. Obviously, Buhan is red, so you still got to be careful of outside of his blue cards off of the auto counters. There's situations where Buhan catches this guy with a kick or maybe just a blast card. It could be pretty bad, but
blast cards from Buhan. I'm not worried about blast cards from Buhan, man.
You got to be a little conservative. You got to be a little passive with the characters. But I think this guy is in a good position right now. But also, he can remove Buhan's attribute upgrades with his green card, which is pretty good because it takes a lot of damage that Buhan's able to ramp up over the course of the fight. So, pretty good.
Buhan, my goat,
UI Goku. Anything else that I'm forgetting? He can't really get combo or sniped out by Kid Buu because of the.
There you go. Finally, Kid Buu mentioned 28 minutes in.
Blue gets countered. Vegito can hit him with a blue, but it doesn't really. It's not going to kill him most of the
purple
time.
Unit.
So, yeah, I mean, overall, just a good character. And I think he's in a good spot right now. UI Goku, number 7. Number 6, let's go. All right, number 6 is going to be Fusing.
I can't, in my brain, correlate how this green unit's better than the yellow that is very good against the top 4, but I'm not here to correlate it. I'm here to understand it. Again, this is the correct opinion.
Super Gogeta, pretty crazy for green to be this high up, but I think he does work pretty well with Vegito on the Fusion Warrior team. Well, the Fusion Warrior core.
Fusion Warrior team.
The team that I'm actually going to be running for God Rank this season, I think, is going to end up being 13 lead, and then Vegito and this character together. I think is probably what I'll.
Yo, I love when my Kid Buu gets a free Happy Meal type shit, and he's just like, nom 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 nom, because he hears a team like that, and he's like, 2 card to you, 2 card to you. Oh man, 5 count defense, neutral. Oh man, nom 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 nom. He's just eating. He's just like, full belly there. Yes sir. 13th, yo. It's a correct opinion. What can I say? 13 FSG SV. There you go. Lock it in.
That team is pretty fun.
It is fun.
I guess you could kind of say it is Fusion Warriors because 13 After Your Revives has Fusion Warriors.
It definitely can be a fun team. I won't deny that.
But this character is still very good. It's crazy that this is, one of the top 2 festival characters that we have left running around right now, I would say. Yeah, he works well with Vegeta. Obviously, you're going to want to be... Like, the only way this character really gets, like, crushed by Vegeta is if he gets caught by, like, a raw blue, right? That's the one thing about this unit.
What are we talking about?
But he's got to be a little bit careful with them. You can still utilize their Disrupt against Vegeta to get the fusion out a little bit faster. The main thing you would need to watch out for with this character, for sure, is a Kid Buu snipe. That is a huge issue for this unit.
Yeah.
So if the opponent is going into Kid Buu, or they have Kid Buu on the team, and they might have a blue in their hand, or you want to be careful about like drop combo AoE green into blue card from Kid Buu. Like you just got to be aware. You just got to be aware. But
that's the whole point of why I would value UI higher. I can be unaware with UI instead of this character who has a better color for the game right now, and then from there, I can make the mistake of getting. I'm not perfect, man. You're not. I'm not. No one is. I'm gonna get AoE drop combo caught or blue card caught or whatever the fuck caught. Inevitably, it's life. What are you gonna do? You move on. But why not have a character that won't die to that instead of one that will die to that? That would mean that you run UI who would auto-dodge it, who would stop these blues and strikes from hitting you in general. I mean, am I speaking out my ass here? I mean, what am I...
It is a significant weakness for this character. I think actually Kid Buu is a bigger problem for this character than Vegito is, which is
Kid Buu's big problems with everyone in the game. Literally,
gets hit by
just like Gohan is
into a blue, and they're probably dead. From Kid Buu is just that good.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that is one area I'm aware of. But on the flip side of that, you fuse into Gogeta, you lock in Kid Buu, you lock in Buuhan with a green, you overdrive. Like this character could straight up kill both of those Buu characters.
True.
Very, very powerful. You got the anti-endurance effect on this character, still really strong. Defensively, they're not weak.
FSG, once they get their FSG state, can cook.
Top tier
happy for that.
Abilities. It's a little scary, but I still think they're worthy of being kind of like in this area. 6, 5, probably not. I don't know if I would go as far as say they're 5, but
I wouldn't go as
8,
far as
7,
say they're
6,
even
somewhere in
fucking
there.
top 8.
Want to put? I think they are worthy of being 6. I've had major success with this character, even post Vegeta.
I've had major success murdering them in 2 cards. So I mean, that's where I'm at.
Now. All right, not a lot that needs to be said about Namek.
There he is. Holy shit. Yeah, I was wondering where FSG was, but I couldn't wonder where this guy was long enough. I lost in my mind. 5. Again, I had UI 5. They're not even that far off, but like saying UI is worse than Namek is just impossible to me. So that's where I get my shock here. Literal shock. Because I've just explained UI like 5 times. I'm done explaining UI. You don't know at this point. I don't fucking know what to tell you. You die as fast as 13. Let me just listen, bro.
Goku, to me, by far the most common team that I've run into, I mean, it's not even close, is this guy, Gohan, and Vegito together.
Gohan, Goku, and Vegito together is one of the most gaslit, awful teams I have fought in years. It gets close to that team that everyone was glazing. Actually, Billy glazed it too. Sword of Hope, Go Frieza, UVB. Go Frieza looked like... it was impressive. Go Frieza looked like shit on that team of Sword of Hope, UVB, Go Frieza. It was terrible. People ran that shit 24/7. The team he just mentioned, oh my god, multiple lives. Okay, well, here's this guy, very easy to snipe. Again, I'm going to mention the same guy that applies to this situation every fucking time. Could mention Gohan and all of them too, but no one talks about the other guy. Kid Buu. KO guard snipe. It's 2 or 3 cards. I keep fighting it too, and I snipe Namek Gokus in 2 or 3 cards. KO guard, zilch, gone. Gohan. It's not very difficult as well. 3 or 4 cards. Gone. What? The issue with this team that I really don't understand why it's getting used so much, there's no real disrupt. Buhan is a full disrupt. UI is a full disrupt. You are actually stopping the combo, guaranteed within these characters. So it feels as though, to me, one of them is necessity on your team. More so Buhan than UI, because UI has less team builds and less synergies and is older. So he should be worse, and he is worse. This team doesn't have that. You just have life. All you have for me is more lives for Kid Buu to fuck. And that's all that happens anytime I fight this team. Maybe there's an oddball. Oh my god, his Vegeta cooked, and then this and that and this and that. I'm sure those oddballs exist, and then you win a match within this team against, like, Kid Buu's team. For sure. I'm there with you. But the majority of the time, I guarantee you, a team like Kid Buu will dunk on this shit like it is no tomorrow. You're going to say, like, oh, Vegeto's ult, it's neutral. Release gauge. I've fought the biggest whale Vegetos in my life, and they have not 100-0'd my Kid Buu. My Kid Buu has not one time from Vegeto 100-0'd my Kid Buu. And if I ever had a sequence where I thought I was going to die with my Kid Buu, Gohan's on my team, lowering his own sub count, just make that bitch revive. Here's Vegeta with no ultimate now. He can get another one later within Ally Dead or some bullshit, whatever it is, on release gauge again. But the main one they were trying to do and trying to like have it built up within the cup pen and not just raw throw it because you call him on a sidestep, ain't not one. This team of Sunfam, Vegito shit, I say it's awful. I mean, it's awful compared to what you're fighting. You're fighting Gohan and Kid Buu, and you're letting both be free on your own accord. That is just an awful thing to do. Why would you do that to yourself? That just sounds really stupid, right? But everyone seems to think, well, it's the best. It's the best. I promise you, it's not. On my soul, I promise you, it's not. It can work. It can win. It will win. That does not make it the best. Please look for consistency. If you fight a Gohan or Kid Buu, you are shitting your pants with this trio. And Gohan's very common. Maybe not Kid Buu, but Gohan is very common, man.
Does that mean that is like the definitive best team in the game? I don't think it is.
Thank God.
It might be. I don't think it is.
Please, man.
But this guy plays a huge part in that team because of KO guard. I mean, it is what it is, right?
Yeah, that's the only part he plays.
A blue card that can feint, plus AoE green, plus lock-in.
Yep.
It's just too strong. Like, what this character is just doing is too strong and timeless.
Right.
I think probably we're going to see this character be relevant probably through the 8th anniversary. Because let's just think about it. Like, even if this guy doesn't do really any damage at all, him. All right, let me go to top 4. Number 4. Okay, so here's how I'm going to do this.
They're all tied. Fantastic. I love this. God. Wow. I thought I was going to see a real top 4.
To put all 4 of these characters kind of in the same bucket here. I guess we can say this is a shared spot. 1 through 4 is kind of just up to personal preference.
Yeah, I know. I disagree. Bare minimum, if you're going to have it where it's like the shared shit, I hate the shared shit. I think it's meaningless to have anything in a shared tier. I think it means nothing. I mean, I think it actually lessens the value, whatever fucking value tier list have, the value of you making a tier list, because you couldn't tell me who's the best unit in the game. I mean, I could probably tell you if I like go into the fucking numericals and all this bullshit and like analyze everything, or at least the top 2 and then the 3, 4. Like I want to see like concrete shit. If I'm looking at a tier list, I want concrete, because your opinion shouldn't have to be this. It might be that, but it might be this. It's like, you know who you think is, even if people don't agree, like, you can, like, it's okay. Like, the words can be said. You'll be all right. This is the type of shit I just dislike a lot, because what does this mean? They're all 1 through 4? No. I get it. They're all good against each other. Here's Gohan good against Buhan. Here's Kid Buu good against Vegito. Here's Vegito good against, actually, technically nobody, but, like, let's not talk about that, obviously, because it's Vegito. We can't slander him. Here's Buhan good against Kid Buu. Here's all this other bullshit. Most are good against one another, and I get that premise, but there's clearly ones that are above the other, and Gohan and Kid Buu are much more free in much more matches and much more consistency than Buhan and Vegito. So if you want to have a 1-2 of Gohan and Kid Buu, still don't like it, but sure, it's better. and having a Buuhan Vegito tied, sure, still don't like it, but I guess I can acknowledge and accept that, there's something there within more finite. This doesn't do anything for me. This just exists. I don't know what this really even means, to be honest. Sure, maybe lower tiers can have like shared spots, like a 8 through 10 bullshit, because they're not good enough. Like, who cares? They're not the top tiers. But like once you get to top 5, shared tiers, I feel as though become genuinely meaningless unless they really are like that close. And these 4 are not that close in their full like builds and kits and teams.
So we have Legend Super Vegito.
They're not even close.
Kid Buu, Ultra Buuhan, and reviving Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. I think you could look at each of these characters and make a compelling argument as to why they should be 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the game. So it's
nothing can argue Kid Buu number 4 for me. Nothing can argue Kid Buu number 3 for me. Nothing can argue Vegito number 1 for me. Nothing can argue Vegito number 2 for me. Nothing can argue Buuhan at number 2 for me. Nothing can argue Buuhan number 1 for me. Nothing can argue Gohan below 2 for me as well. So what he just said, I couldn't argue all of those for those spots. Not one argument would make any sense to me for all those spots I just mentioned. So I disagree.
Very tough for me to pick one of these characters and say with emphasis or with confidence definitively, all right, this guy's got to be 4, this guy's got to be 3, this guy's got to be 2, this guy's got to be 1. This is really the main driving force behind why I said in the intro of this video that I think doing a tier list was actually better for this meta. Because if you have 4 characters that are kind of all competing for that number 1 spot, it really doesn't even make sense to do a top 10 list.
Not all 4.
In my opinion, but just because I haven't done one in a while, I think it was...
You're going to look me straight in the eye and tell me that Buuhan could be number 1 when Gohan's right next to him? You're going to look me straight in the eye and say that? You're going to look at me straight in the eye and say Kid Buu can make it where SV is still number 1 despite Kid Buu next to him? Like, you're really going to look at me in the eye and say that? You're going to look me in the eye? The best thing that happens against Kid Buu is that Buuhan exists. And Kid Buu could just defense neutral, pop gauges, boom, 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 boom. Kid Buu starts catching Buuhan, okay, boom. It's going to just fucking destroy him. You could 100-0 Buuhan with Kid Buu. I've done it multiple times. Vegito is not doing that shit to Kid Buu. Not as consistently. He has 1 move that goes neutral. He has 1 attack that's neutral.
Super Vegito does more damage than the other characters.
For sure.
Kid Buu is a better sniper than any of the characters.
For sure.
Buuhan is...
it's not just sniping, but yeah.
I don't even want to say he's got the best defense out of them. I mean, he's got the most annoying
best disrupts
and stuff like that.
Best disrupt, by far. Like, Vegito has 0, basically, to top tiers.
And then Gohan is unfair.
Gohan is everything.
Gohan is just
so he's already top 1. He and Kid
so
Buu.
Obviously, they all have their strengths and weaknesses. It would be very tough for me to just pick one character as the best overall. I think if I really had to narrow it down, I would probably say Vegito or Gohan would be my 2 picks, but it's super like
I still can't understand how Vegito can be argued number 1.
So I'm just gonna group them all together here. There is not one
not
clear number 1 right now, in my opinion, which is
cool. UI, Kid Buu exists. Namek is in his top 5. I mean, you have 3 of these fucking yellow ultras that are just all here, and it's like, yeah, no, Vegito's number 1 with his 3 counts of neutral. Like, you're not even running Vegito with a red on the team that he is saying that could be the best team in the game. But yet, Vegito, like, I don't follow this logic. This logic is illogical. 3 yellows, 1 attack that's neutral, as well as no red ally, but he's the best in the game. How the fuck? I've seen this on... This is like the tilting point. I've seen this on so many lists, but he's number 1. But you have 3 yellows that can fuck him all below him. So how the fuck does he get number 1? And those 3 yellows are just right there looking at him with juicy fucking lips about to fuck him. How could he get the number 1? How does that follow logic? It does not. How does that make any sense? Oh, man. Gohan was more arguable for him against those other units that he was fighting, the greens that he was fighting, because guess what? Gohan has an everything kit. Vegito does not have anything near Gohan's kit. He has far less than Gohan's kit, and it wasn't ideal, but, like, you would have protectors of Gohan, whether it be Namek Goku, whether it be, I don't know what the fuck you were running with Gohan, to be honest, but Super Saiyan 4 Goku within the rush safety, and then there was some shit there that was going on. I was just like, okay, Gohan, UE4, Super Saiyan 4. And there was something more so there where Gohan wasn't feeling as threatened. But you're not even running something that's protecting you in any vein within Vegito. So it's like, these yellows make him his plaything. I don't know what else to say. And Vegito doesn't have some god tier team that's so transcendent above time that would make him above. Again, Kid Boo's team within those three there, Kid Buu, Gohan, Buuhan, it's better than Vegito's team. And even Vegito with Kid Buu and Buuhan, which I've seen as well, he just does a lot less. He's not really prioritized. Here's Kid Buu just destroying everybody because there's not really many reds. And here's also Buuhan just disrupting. And then here's Vegito fucking feet up in the back, kicked up. Like, it doesn't make any sense. If there's any... There's no argument to me that Vegito could be number one in any vein of the word. Because it just doesn't. It's not even biased. I don't like fusions. I don't really care about them. I don't like them. I don't really care about them.
To kind of adapt around that character.
There's just
the way it is right now.
There's nothing here in his kit that makes him number one.
These four characters,
especially when Kid Buu's in the game.
Take a look at these four characters.
Don't care if you fight him or not.
There's, I think, a pretty significant drop off or gap between number 4 and number 5. Right, number 5 is Namek Goku. Namek Goku at this point really is kind of just like, again, the third character you're putting on your team.
Yep.
These all four of these characters are kind of just take the reins and control the match, are what these characters are. Like, Buuhan has the most field control of any character we've probably seen since Majin Vegeta. Kid Buu, AoE green, ridiculous type neutral defensive sniper character with buff removal and stuff like that. Vegito's damage is just on a different
level. Why talk about Kid Buu's damage
in the game?
His damage is very good.
Is
disrupt
second life, supporting AoE green, like just locking in, just ridiculous, stupid character. So I don't know. I think all these, and the good thing about this too is that they're all different typings. So there's not like, oh, 3 of them are red or 3 of them are purple or even 2 of them are blue. Like they're all different, right? So we actually kind of have a good balance right now. And typically what happens in this game is as we get closer to major celebrations like Anniversary and Legends Fest, the meta is gradually getting better, and then everything falls apart by like part 3.
Which is crazy to say Namek Goku's gonna age through Anniversary
every single time. Like, Super Saiyan 4 Goku drops. I actually think the Super Saiyan 4 Goku meta was better than most major celebration part 3 metas, but at the end of the day, there's really only going to be like 2 or 3 really good teams. Every other team is not going to be very good. Right now, yeah, me personally, I do see the Super Vegito on Sun Family team more than every other team by quite a bit.
Same.
The 2 Boos together, and then you kind of just like throw a bunch of these characters on the leader slot of other teams. Like, there's a lot of viable characters and teams right now.
Oh,
so I think we're in a good position here with the meta.
Good to go on that team,
the characters, to me, there is no clear number 1. So this is what I feel comfortable doing.
That's interesting. Again, no argument in my mind I can make Vegeta number 1. I cannot be convinced. There's too many yellow factors. There's too many. No safety on his team. Again, if you're all going to run Sun Fan with Vegito, then feel free. Go for it. I'll have my Kid Buu just snipe out everybody and just have a great old fucking time. As well as my Gohan, who's on the leader slot, just fucking everything as well. So fuck it. Why not? Interesting top 10. Definitely agree. Definitely agree with some things and mostly disagree with, well, most things here. Android 13, UI being lower than Namek Goku, SG, I don't even know what SG's doing up here, bro. They got lost on the way down. I don't know what happened to them. Gotank's disrespect is just crazy. It just keeps keeping on. I don't know why people pretend like Gotenks is nothing. If we can pretend 13 is going to live past 2 cards, we can also understand that Gotenks can literally own a game within 2 cards. So it's pretty simple logic to follow, but I guess a lot of people just don't want to use the unit. They don't want to test them out a lot. I've used Gotenks a ton. I've also fought 13 a ton, so don't worry. I've used 13 as well. Trust me, there's videos that I've wanted to do, and then 13 just dies, and I'm just like, I can't do this shit no more. It's been a great time. It's been twice, actually, I've done that since Vegito dropped. But a long-ass reaction, because a lot of words to say. What do you guys think of the correct opinion here? Garesh's top 10 list, of course. I'll see you guys in the next one.